What's going on, you guys? The Demigod back on Demigod ENT. Today I'm bringing you another episode reaction. So today we're going to be getting into episode 2 for the Wheel of Time Origins. Now, if you don't already know what the Wheel of Time Origins is, I did go ahead and explain it in our The Wheel of Time Origins episode 1 reaction. You can check out my reaction to that right here. I went over all these concepts in the intro to that, but pretty much for those who are new to this, what these episodes are is on Prime Video, while you are watching the episode, while you have the episode pulled up, you can check the top left corner. It'll say X-ray there, and under that X-ray you will see there'll be two different things. There'll be one thing, and then under the first thing there'll be a second thing that says bonus content. When you click that bonus content, it'll let you watch these bonus content, this extra episodes, and these little short animations for pretty much the backstory of the Wheel of Time, leading us up into where we are now in the show and as we watch from episode 1 forward, I believe. So they pretty much release an episode of these with every episode release. So this is episode 2, which means they released this with episode 2, which means that there is 4 out right now. I'm going to cover all of them on my channel, guys. So with that being said, now that that explanation is out of the way, because I still seen some people confused under that last episode reaction, I hope everyone understands now, and I am pretty excited to get into episode 2, which is actually titled The Fall of Manetheren, I believe is how you pronounce that. I'm pretty sure I got that correctly there. So all that being said, guys, Wheel of Time fans, let's check out episode 2. Let's see what Prime Video has brought for us here in this animation. Let's get into this. Let's go.
A 1,000 years after the breaking, battles still raged against the forces of the Dark One.
They really just throw us right in here. The animation on that horse was brilliant.
With the towers of Manetheren to their backs, King Aemon and his army defended their people.
Okay, so it is Manetheren.
Battling through unrelenting days and nights, they held their city against Trolloc's dark friends and dreadlords until they could no longer hold the river from crossing. Behind the honor of the Red Eagle banner, retreat found no place amongst them.
There he is. This is really cool, man. I love these. We're seeing like the war take place right now.
And the sword that could not be broken was shattered.
This is that ancient battle that pretty much Moiraine was talking about, and I believe it could have been episode 2. Now, I'm not exactly sure on the episode. I think it was episode 2, though. I could be incorrect about that, though. But pretty much inside of that episode, she was mentioning how there was this ancient Trolloc war, this ancient war that took place, and all these, you know, beings were involved in it. And this was the war that she was talking about here. And she, you know, she hinted at it having major significance as to where the world was today and things like that. So again, just seeing all of these puzzle pieces kind of get put together here, it's all very cool, man. But let's just go ahead and continue here.
Walls of the emptied city, Queen Eldrine sank with King Aemon's death. And so her heart and kingdom found their end.
So the monsters won. Wow.
And today in the Two Rivers, where Manetheren once stood, the wheel continues to turn.
Now we're almost at the end here, but I'm almost certain that the little 2 rivers that he mentions there during this animation, that is where our villagers come from, isn't that? I believe when they're going around the world, that's constantly being mentioned. Oh, you come from the village near the 2 rivers, right? Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm correct about that. And man, again, puzzle pieces aligning here. And there it is. I mean, we were pretty much at the end. But man, and I love this title card, The Will of Time Origins there. All right, guys, that was The Will of Time Origins episode 2, The Fall of Manetheren. Now, let's go ahead and discuss what got to see in this episode, man. So this was a brilliant animation. In fact, I know we haven't seen all of them. We've only watched 2 of them, but this is my favorite so far. I will say that. I did like it better than the first one. The first one was good, of course, but this right here was really dope because it took us back to a place in time in the Will of Time's history where the war takes place. Now, again, we heard Moiraine talk about that in one of the episodes that we've seen so far, and just seeing that come to life, seeing like the grand scope of that war, what it truly meant, seeing the fall of the king, that was dope, man. Seeing the fall, I believe they're called, what were they called, the Manetheren Towers inside of this animation, I believe they're called, pretty much like this kingdom under that name. And man, that was really dope, seeing the war break out, seeing the battle. I believe during the fall of that kingdom there, we pretty much seen, you know, the monsters completely take over. And what's interesting about this episode is, and by the way, one of you in the comment section let me in on this name, so I appreciate you, you know, expanding my fandom and my lore for this series. But what I want to say is we see the Fades approaching. Now the Fades are pretty much like the faceless creatures on the horseback. To me, it almost signifies, like, for those who have read the Bible, like the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse inside of the Bible is almost what it represents as a character. And as you can see inside of this show and even inside of this animation, when they appear, they bring the Trolloc army. So they run the Trollocs, they're in control of the Trollocs. And with that being said, inside of this animation, we pretty much see them appear the same way they appear in episode 1, which means that if we are on the Will of Time and history, you know, is constantly going around, history is constantly repeating itself, as they say, we are most likely going to see something very similar to that old Trolloc war that we seen break out with the Fades in front of it and pretty much battling the kingdom there. We're probably going to see something very similar to that happen in the first season, or, you know, maybe in seasons to come. So those are the signs right there, guys. And with that being said, amazing episode. I'm definitely going to bring you guys episode 3. If you guys keep showing love and support to these episodes, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe so you do not miss future The Will of Time Origins episodes or the Will of Time series reactions, because I don't believe I mentioned it in this video, but for those of you who don't already know, we have been reacting to episodes for the Will of Time series on Prime Video. You can check out my playlist for that right here for the Will of Time. And yeah, all that being said, guys, episode 5 for the full-length series is dropping very soon. It drops on Friday, and you already know your boy is going to be one of the very first with my episode reaction up, so stay tuned for that. Hit subscribe so you don't miss that, guys. And with that being said, those are my thoughts on this episode. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section down below. If you don't know what I do here on Demigod ENT, I do the reactions, show reactions, movie reviews, movie news, and unboxing videos. So if you're interested in any of that, in the right place, man, hit subscribe, hit the like button, show this video some love. I drop multiple videos today on the channel, so you can expect out of me. If you don't already know, I am the Demigod, the chosen one here on Demigod ENT. And I'm out of this thing, man. I appreciate y'all for watching with me. More videos coming soon. Stay tuned. Peace.